Coming to us from Monroe, Georgia, is Lynn. You see, Lynn is here today because her ex-boyfriend, Devante, refuses to fully acknowledge that he's the father of her two children, 3-year-old Demir and 1-year-old Dimitri. So today, Lynn is hoping a DNA test can reunite their broken family. This is her story.
In the past 7 years, Devante and I have been through a lot, and I know I'm to blame for a lot of this. But that's not an excuse for him to deny his son. The reason why I left Devante while I was pregnant with Demir is because I felt alone. I needed support from Devante, and I did not get it. Devante and I were broken up when I got pregnant with Dimitri. So he assumed that I was sleeping with someone else. I wasn't with anyone besides Devante. That's his son. I can't wait till the DNA test to come back to prove him wrong. Devante is the father of Demir and Dimitri. I want to clear my name and prove to him that I'm not the cheater he thinks I am.
Okay, so Lynn, you all have been through a lot. Both of you admit this. How would you describe the status of your relationship right now?
Right now, I'm at the point where I'm just getting sick and tired, and I'm just ready to go.
But you do admit that you've made a few mistakes, right?
I admit that I made a few mistakes, but every mistake that I have made, I was thinking in the mental of me and my child.
So it has nothing to do with the mistake being...
You left me, though. You ain't telling Maury that. And how you do
I did.
But,
yes, I did leave you.
But your mistakes were not with other people, with other men, right?
It was not with other men, Maury.
Everybody has to understand the history of this. You all were together in Virginia, and you decide to move to Georgia. On your trip down there, you find out you're pregnant with your son, Demir, right?
Yes, I found out that I was pregnant with my oldest son, Demir. Soon as we, made it known that we're going to be in Georgia and we stood here, that first day, I found out that I was pregnant with Demir.
You tell Devante, right?
Yes, he was there. He was there, actually, when I took the test.
I've always been there.
And so here's the problem. You go to Georgia, you're pregnant, and then you leave. Why'd you do that?
Maury, I left because we was not stable enough to have a child in Georgia. And I went home, I went back home.
How could you say I'm the father
with my
and you
family.
leave?
I went back home to my family and I had got comfort. After that, I came back to Georgia.
It don't matter, you still left though. I don't understand why you still left.
It doesn't matter if I left or not. Either way it went, we were not stable, and you know that.
You were still pregnant, you went back to Virginia, and then you went back to Georgia.
Yes, I did. When I came back to Georgia, I realized and I made it clear to myself that I was going to sit here and move to Georgia and make a better life for me and my son at that time. So, and my intentions were good. I did come back to Georgia to be with him. So
was Devante there at the hospital when you gave birth?
It's like he was there, but then it was like I was alone still because mentally he wasn't there for me. It was like I was giving birth, but it was like a ghost.
I was that way
because
you left. What you want me to do?
It was nothing. It still felt like I was alone.
And then expect me to be all buddy and all with you again.
I
don't know what to expect from that.
When I was in Virginia, it was like he was telling me this and that, and when I came back to Georgia, it's not what it was, Maury.
So he wanted you to come back to Georgia, and once you got back there, it wasn't that good.
It wasn't the same.
Okay.
It wasn't the same. I experienced a lot.
You don't really know who the father is. She don't know who the father is, Maury.
Well,
because if I was the father, you would have stayed by my side the whole entire time. You know what we talked about before we moved to Georgia. You know what we talked about.
Maury, I'm 100% sure that he's the father of Demir. Right. At the end of the day, he knows the truth.
If you was 100%,
I don't have time.
Then why did you leave? I don't understand that. You put me through hell that time.
Because you was not treating me right. You was out here having entanglements on me. You was rude to me. You was being weird at the end of the day. And I didn't have time for it. I was thinking about my son.
First of all, I didn't do nothing before you left. I did stuff after you left. That's the first thing.
You did.
Need to tell the whole story now.
Okay, so Lynn, after Demir is born, you all break up.
Yes, we broke up.
It was kind of a strange definition of breaking up. You were breaking up for over a year, but you all did see each other from time to time, right?
Yeah, yes, Maury. We definitely was the
What was going on that time?
We was going
and forth, Maury, at that time. And at that time, we were having entanglements, amongst each other. But it was only with him.
And you was with other people. You just said that. What you think entanglements are? You keep talking about entanglements. So you telling me you had entanglement with another man.
And this is what he does not listen. Clearly, I said amongst
What's
each other,
the definition of entanglement?
Meanwhile, okay, so you all are kind of broken up. You're not together continually.
It was complicated, yes.
And you find out you're pregnant again with Dimitri.
Yes, I did.
Yes. Yeah, man, calling her phone 2 o'clock in the morning, Maury.
It doesn't matter. We was not together at the end of the day. At the end of the day, we was not together.
Right? But I'm either father, but you have other men calling your phones 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
We was not together, Maury. During that gap when...
But who's done
During that gap when we was not together, Maury, I was going on dates with other men because he wanted me to stop my life.
More than that, I tell you that.
He wanted me to stop my life while he was doing him.
But Lynn...
And he...
But
yes.
Lynn, if you were seeing other men and he was with other people, how are you sure that Dimitri is his son?
I know he's the father, Maury. With the guys I was talking to, it was not anything sexual. It was majority of friends.
But you got people calling your phone 2, 3 something in the morning. Last time I checked, you know what time it is when that time happened. I'm just being honest, Maury.
Last time I checked, I'm grown.
Devante looked like these little boys.
Yes, he does, Maury. My oldest son, he's a mixture of both of us, but they're literally twins. Demir definitely have his eyes, his nose, his lips.
They don't really look like
what
you,
more?
Maury. Come on now. Look at the second one. He looks just like his mom, Maury.
He looks just like me, but he has his flat head, Maury. When I say he has his flat head, Maury, he has his flat head. He has his flat head in the back, and he look like SpongeBob. He definitely.
You hear the key word?
That's definitely his child.
The key word is fathers, though.
Okay, all right. So I've heard your story. By the way, Lynn, I want to ask you, if you prove that he's the father of both these boys, do you all want to get back together or not? Do you, Lynn, or not?
Maury, I'm to the point where I'm just ready to get off this ride. If he cannot get his act together and stop accusing me of things that happened in the past that he knows is not true, I just can't do it. Like, I feel like he just needs to get it together.
Boys, by the way, Devante, you think you look like them?
To be honest, Maury, I can't tell.
Yes.
I cannot tell. I don't know.
I'm not doing this with you anymore. Either you in or you're out.
Plenty of time.
You in or you're out.
You can look just like the baby. The baby can look just like you, and you still not gonna be the dad. I
that
need
is such an excuse.
That's the only thing. I'm here for the test results.
You are so ridiculous.
I got him right here. Here we go.
Let's go.
In the case of 3-year-old Demir, Devante, you are the father.
Yes! Whoa! Whoa! All right, that's one. That's one. See, that's one.
In the case of 1-year-old Dimitri, Devante, you are the father.
Period! 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 Look at God. God cleared my name. He cleared my name.
I just had to know.
No, it shouldn't have been even all this. I shouldn't have to go through all this.
Lynn.
I mean, look, I had to know.
Lynn, look at that big smile. Look at that smile on him.
Maury, but you don't understand. He's been using internet tactics. Like, he's been saying, because I'm a Virgo and he's a Libra, that I was going to cheat on him. And
Maury, don't believe that. I never said that. I never said that. It took 3 years for her to get on the show, Maury. 3 years.
Hey,
it took 3 years.
Devante.
You could have been got married. You could have been got married.
Guess what?
Now, look. Now, will you marry me? Will you marry me now? Will you marry me? Answer the question. I'm sorry. I love you. I'm sorry.
Of course, I will marry you.
Oh, my Lord.
Thank you.
But you need to get your act together.
There you go.
Thank you.
Whew. We'll be back. You are not the father.